and turns out he's good at guitar and offered to help. Nice. So I'm just waiting till I have some free time to sit with him. That is also amazing. Why do you not train at home? What, me? Because I don't have the equipment. A lot of the equipment. I have like a little bit of equipment. Only a tiny bit. I have a treadmill and I've got like, I don't know what it is, like a bench that I could like lay back and do some weights on. That's about it. I don't have anything that I could put like a bar of weights or anything on to like rack and press. Kind of, I don't have anything like that, so I couldn't do that. But I've got like freehand weights, but they're only like 3 kilo weights, so they're enough that if you do a lot of exercise, they can do something. But you got to do a lot of exercise before they actually start doing something, or they're not really doing much. That's another thing too, is I just don't have the continuous escalation of weights that I'd need to be able to just keep going up. Did you change the color of the bow skirt, by the way? Could have sworn they were red. Yes. So Grim redeemed Minty at the start of stream, so I've been green this whole time. You can change colors of the outfits and the hair for my character. They can go into almost any combination as well. So there's like black dress, white dress, blonde hair, purple hair. There's minty, silver, and there's the base outfit. And they can all work interconnecting kind of things. It's like guitar, strength. Yes, I do train at home, but now I focus on cardio, and that's all running. It's hard to do it's very hard to like running on the spot doesn't exactly do the same thing as like running. It's like 47. How many push-ups could you? 40 is a fair bit. Like, it's a fair effort, especially like so the other thing too is push-ups are good for using a different group of muscles that you can use versus say a bench press. So even though I could do really high bench press, I'd struggle with push-ups. Half of that is because a bench press requires me to lay on my back and press weight away from me, whereas a push-up requires me to put my weight on my hands and push that away from the ground. And then I've got like the weight of my chest and all that shit involved as well. So slightly different. Mind you, like it also depends on what your body weight is as well, because if you're a light enough build, it can make it a little bit easier. I'm not saying that it is easier for you. I'm just saying that like there's a lot of factors that can change how a push-up can be made more comfortable for a person. So I want to go for 100. 100's fun. Once you get there, push-ups is just kind of like monotonous though, unfortunately. Like, it's great that you can do it by that point, but then you've also got to make sure that your technique's still good across every 100 lot that you do. The only other thing, it also explains it. I knew about the genes, but didn't think of that. My brain is a bit slow. Don't even worry about it over there. I had a week of that last week. I really did. This week I've got a little bit more brain power. We've finally got buildings. We've finally got fucking people not being cunts in the prison. Like, they've had a few breakouts, but it's fine. I'm still waiting for my traders to rock up here. I need 2 traders to rock up so that I can get resources. I want to get some marble, and I want to get some psychic soothe pulses to make people happy. That'd be great. Love the energy. I'd love to get to that as well, but in crunches, 1,000 crunches? Jesus. That's it. Yeah, that's an exercise that trains your stomach muscles. It also does a bit of your back. If you do it right, it can do a bit of your back. You can take a little bit through your legs and your arms and shit too. A lot of exercises are difficult for me to do because it's not that I have just one area injured, because I've got neck, back, and hip injuries. Any combination, like if you have a bad hip, you can kind of compensate by like increasing the muscles through your stomach or whatever, right? Or your legs. If you've got a bad back, you can take a lot of like bending through your legs, like through your hip area and stuff like that, or whatever. Like, because I've got the 3 and they're all at the points that like kind of matter. It makes it very hard because if one fucks up, it then puts strain on the other one, which then can fuck it up. And then I can end up with an issue. So it does make it very difficult. I also find that like running is difficult for coordination, especially since occasionally my hip joint can kind of move into a position where it catches, and it's extremely painful. There's nothing I can do about it. It just keeps catching until it like gets out of that spot and starts being comfortable again. But it takes a while. I don't need to dig up through here now that I'm looking at this. Yeah. I want to take out that last bit because my animals will just try to escape. Exercise to train your stomach muscles. I could do 120 in high school and love to get to that again. I don't even think I'd have the patience to do the kind of exercise that I had back then. Like, I don't know. Maybe I don't. So yeah, the ups and downs, right? I managed to get the flu twice over 3 weeks. I usually don't get sick easily. Yeah, that's the fun thing about having a low fucking immune system, is like you tend to get like sick easy, stay sick longer, and it's harder to recover and stuff like that, or you're more likely to go into a higher stage of like sickness, like good old pneumonia. That exists. Are we building one of these other bedrooms yet? Not yet. We've got 2 of them set up to go. I'm just waiting for them to do it. I guess fever again. Barely got healthy 3 days ago. After a week of flu, never been sick 2 times in a row. See, I regularly get sick a lot. This past year has been one of the first times in a very long time where I haven't got sick for about a year, which has been weird. It's been really weird. I'm starting to get scared that something's gonna like make me sick, and then it will make me sick for ages because I haven't been sick for a while. Usually in a year I get sick at least like 3 times, and usually it's about a month and a half at a time, so it's normally a while. It's such a pain. A lot of people keep getting sick around my area too. That makes it difficult. Dad has always says the best medicine is like healthy food, exercise, stuff like that does help. But if you've got a weak immune system and or you have predisposed medical conditions and stuff like that, it doesn't do a great deal. It helps a bit, but there's nothing that can prevent it if you've also got like weak like health. Sleep does help. A ramen if you want to go. Especially if you like proper stock soup made with 3 types of meat. That's when it gets shitty for me, because like I can't have like a lot of stock soups and shit like that. I can't have like meat soups, and or you try to make it with like turkey. Duck can do okay ones, but like a lot of like turkey ones are shit. They just are. These are set to deconstruct, and I'm not sure why. Maybe there's something behind it. Yeah, I think there's something behind it. So I tend to look for... Well, Tradobe's having a fucking daze. I tend to look for vitamins and egg whites. Egg whites help remake the blood cells, and vitamins do a lot. That's interesting. I don't actually eat a lot of eggs. Probably should. I probably should at some point. Mate, that's not your bed. I can't make it a prison because it's out in the open. At least we're getting somewhere here. We've got almost the majority of the prisons. That one's got to get fixed up though. Also, this needs to get removed. It's what'd you say? It's like, oh, ramen as well. Yeah, ramen's nice. Oh man. You also share love for ramen. I like ramen. I was talking about this the other day, like not necessarily like good ramen. Good ramen's hard to find here that I can eat. But like I was talking about, you know, the old fire noodle challenges and shit. So I actually eat those quite regularly, and the other day I went to eat my usual Shinramu Korean noodles, and they weren't spicy because I've gotten used to the spicier noodles, and now I'm just sad because it's not as good. And I'm like, oh, I've ruined it for myself. I did this to myself. I know what I did. A huge ramen and sushi fan. I love sushi though. So it made a... Oh my god. Isn't that from Final Fantasy? I think. Let me know if it's not. Either that or something else. My brain's not working for it. I was told to eat as much egg whites as I could after chemo. All the surgeries I had. since the white blood cells help your body heal wherever it needs. So that's actually brilliant to know, because like I have really hard time healing. So if I get a cut, my scab will scar most of the time. I've got like a couple of scars that are really bad that were literally only scratches initially, and they just wouldn't heal. Like I take a very long time to heal anything. And when I do, it's not good. Like the skin is weak. It's very, very poor quality kind of like repairs. It always sucks. So I drank a lot of milkshakes and then had, what's it? Right farts and egg whites in them. Oh, right fats and egg whites. I thought you said you had the right farts. I'm like, yeah, well, eggs will do that to you. I'm so sorry. I'm just putting words in your ass. Sorry. So for a few weeks, milkshakes were my strongest medicine. Right farts. Yeah. Saying I can't allow myself to go for sushi or I'll leave broke. Never satisfied. Love sushi. I gotta admit, the only good thing is with my Crohn's, since it's been better medicated this year, is my appetite has gone way down. So as we've spoken about before, I only eat like about the equivalent of one takeaway container of food a day. And so when I used to go for sushi was one of those things where I felt like I was like a bottomless pit for it. And I'd go get sushi and I would literally eat like, back when it was cheaper, I'd eat like $60 worth and we'd just have this like mountain of plates beside me. It was one of the few things I could really eat the fuck out of. But now I don't think I'd probably still spend $60 because it's expensive now, but like I wouldn't even get close to like half the quantity of plates. Really wouldn't even be about a quarter, give or take. Like I think even just the sushi rolls themselves, you know, when you get like a full roll, like one of the bigger ones, uncut. So I used to get like 4 of those. I used to eat probably 3. If I was really hungry, I'd eat 4 of them. And like now I can barely eat 2. Like 2's pushing it. 2's making me sick. So it's changed a fair bit, but I don't really mind since like my medicine has changed because I definitely feel a lot better than I did before they like fixed it up. So I thought it was crazy. What for? Was that sashimi was also my fave. Yeah, I like sashimi as well. I just like kind of any sushi, really. Like there was one I got to try recently that was pumpkin. It might not actually be that recently now that I think about it. It might be a while back. But it was pumpkin, like fried pumpkin or something was inside of it. And I wasn't really thinking much of it. It was actually pretty good. They're good and tasty. Did you manage to convince them they like it? What of the sushi? I was so confused. Raw egg. Why do you want a drill? No. What? I may have missed something. I haven't tried it, but I'd love to. Tantrum. Salone's having a tantrum. It's alright, mate. The first teacher tried it and thought I was joking with them, but then they liked it when they tried it. I actually didn't know egg yolks and sugar is basically components of most pies. See, that's the other thing too, is meringues. I really like fucking meringues. And they're mostly like what? Egg, white, sugar, and something else. I don't even know exactly, but it's fucking nice. This might be using up components. Let's say don't allow building that. Oh no, that got built. That's fine. We can keep going with this. I just need to figure out how I'm going to get power up and through here with this water source. I could put... Hold on. You know what I could do? I didn't even think about this. Oh, well, what if... Can I put one of these in here? If I put this on a bridge about here, that would probably connect into the 2. Maybe... There should be a spot where I could fit this. Hold up. Let me put bridge all through here. Right. Let's see what we can do with this. Let's remove that one. Let's see what I can do. Let's see where I can put it. Maybe I'll be able to put it in here. If not, I'll patch a little bit of it. I'm going to remove some of the water in this area. Eventually, not like it's going to do a huge amount, but it can help. Alright, this needs to extend. Even teacher tried it. Nice. if I wasn't sick of making myself. Like I was saying the other day that like fucking, what was it, peanut butter turkey and croskets are actually quite nice, or rice cakes or whatever they are. Like they don't sound like they're good. Like you could put peanut butter on a rice cake, or you could put turkey on a rice cake, but you wouldn't normally put like peanut butter and turkey together. But it's actually quite alright. It was one of those things that was funny that actually came from when I had a personal trainer, and she was like, no, seriously, this is actually really nice. You should try it. And I did. And I was like, huh. Because the other two factors, like peanut butter has a lot of flavor, but the other two don't. So it wasn't really that hard to get into it, because it just tastes like peanut butter. I remember you writing it and didn't have any taste. Yeah, it doesn't really have any taste, honestly. I think that's powering all my turrets. Except for the peanut butter. Yeah. And I thought it was really funny when you were like, add cranberries to it. And I'm like, then I had the funny realization that I find lemons are sweet and acidic, but I find cranberries are like strangely bitter or sour. And I'm like, I wonder if my brain got mixed up on those two at some point in life, in which, because I'm pretty sure I never would have tried cranberries growing up. This wouldn't have been something I would have tried. Let's see, allow that, please. What else we got in here? We've got mega softs like crazy. I've removed almost everything down here, and I'm removing a lot of this stuff and putting it in the fridge. I don't have to put it in the fridge, but I thought it was funny that if we're going to have like an area where we move all this stuff up, because I want to remove it. Actually, if these are just normal, I might just get rid of them. Yeah, you are. If it's just a normal chair, I'll get rid of it. Normal or good, they'll be fine. That way I don't have to waste my time bringing up like a billion chairs. If it's excellent quality, I'll keep it. No one's excellent. Some of these should be. I'm pretty sure I originally made a bunch of excellents. So I'm trying to remove this area down here, and I'm trying to move the stuff up into fridge, not because that's a great place to put a rec room, but because I need to move it so I can get rid of this bottom quarter. And if they're going to be up here, they might as well have all their stuff in close supply, so when I eventually do want to move, it shouldn't be too difficult to do so. I could just make new ones of these. It's not even a problem. Alright. Nina's having a tantrum. As much as there's been a lot of, like, breakouts tonight, they actually haven't been too bad. Because I've still deconstructed a whole heap of this base. I've still managed to start building a heap of the new base. It hasn't been perfect, but it's getting there. I don't know. I'm not too mad about it. I'm annoyed that like there were so many fucking prison breaks. You have a weird question? What's your weird question? Excellent. Go back up here. I'm sorry if this is making anybody a little bit nauseous. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so it's not quite as bad. Is that one able to be removed? Yeah, it is. Alright. Well, let's pop them up here. No, reinstall, please. We'll put it right next to it. They'll be fine. Rourke is in a daze, and Akos is in an insulting spree. There's 7 people idle. How are we going on, Enge? Oh, he's ready to go, basically. Nice. I know that they're currently talking to them. If they weren't, we could have probably recruited them. I've got to wait until next time. But I'm pretty sure Enge's still hospitalized with withdrawals. That's fine, though. They'll just get moved to a hospital if they do get, like, recruited. That one's moving. I feel good, but I also feel bad, for a bit upset there's no reason for it. Do you think that there's anything that maybe triggered that? Or is it like, are you just like feeling unwell? Like possibly food, emotional, it could be many different things. That's the hardest thing about the human body is it can do all sorts of shit and you're just not ready for like what it's planning today. I don't know. There could be many different factors. I just feel like a big sigh. I'm not in the mood for anything, but I'm in the mood for everything at the same time. Depends. You might just be feeling like it might just be a lazy day. Could just be you're enjoying everything that was happening earlier, and now that it's all kind of over, it's kind of like, you know, a little sigh that it's done. It could be, there's literally, could be almost anything with that. Like, there is such, like, I say this, that there's such a move as meh. Yeah, it is. I don't know. I think the thing is, like, when you're younger and stuff, a lot of the time you get a thought and you get the energy and you go and just do a thing. As you get a little bit older, you kind of just go, I want to do this, but at the same time, it's a great amount of effort. I don't really feel like getting up and doing this now or ever. And then other times it's just like, oh man, I want to do like several things at once, but I can't be bothered to do any at the same time. That's generally a mood that I think I'm in probably the most. Is like when you've got too many options and you could be doing anything, but at the same time, all of them are too many. And not being able to pick one. I'm gonna install that up there. Alright, make some chairs so that they can still play this game. I don't like that it's in the freezer, but it'll help in summer. Plus, I mean, I'm fucking multitasking this space. That's my mood a lot after work. I really need to amp myself up to do stuff. Yeah, I got the same kind of thing. Not just for, like, when I was working and stuff, but, like, just in general. Sometimes you want to, like, do something, but you don't kind of want to do something. And you don't know if you really want to just relax or if you actually would feel better if you just did something. It's... The body is fantastic. It's horrible. That's where having a standard routine comes in handy. It can help. It definitely help. The other thing too is also sometimes it's hard when like you try to listen to your body and what it wants and needs and stuff like that. And it's like, I know I should be doing this thing, but I really I'd rather be relaxing, or I need to be relaxing, but I know I've got this thing that's in the background that I need to do. Those are the worst, honestly. Excellent, good. I don't know, I get that sometimes, like, over the weekend I felt like I wanted to relax, but I also felt like I needed to draw something for Wednesday's art stream, which, by the way, that's tomorrow. And no matter what I tried, I just couldn't draw something, and I just really wasn't in the mood to draw. Reinstall that, please. And so I ended up, like, not really drawing anything. I drew several things, but not anything, and I just really wanted to, like, relax. So it was like constantly fighting myself. Tantrum, sad wanderer. 19 colonists idle now. Alright, that one's moving. That one's moving, this one's not. Okay. Maybe I'll still do stuff. So, yeah. I think that's the hard part though. Is like, I don't know, you'll probably encounter that more and more over time. It's, I think, just a standard existence thing. I should probably just put some of these statues in... I should probably just put some in storage. I should probably pull that one up. And sell that one, it's just wood. I could probably sell that for a good price. I could probably have a nicer one somewhere. I don't know. It could be difficult. I do agree, sometimes having a routine does help. Sometimes that doesn't help if it's not what you're feeling that time. I want to be able to draw well enough to capture my greatness. Oh man, you've been practicing for a long time to be able to capture your greatness, Triantha. Like, was it only... I can't remember. There's something about, like, only so many can, like, look, like, feast their eyes basically on, like, just brilliance. I don't know. I was gonna say something epic, and then my brain just shut down and just failed me, and I'm like, blasphemy. I'm getting chickens, so I guess that's happening. That's a lot of chickens. Hold up. I haven't set up for this. Daisies and shit, I don't care about them. I want this colony's animals. It's always itchy. I do not like it. That could also be a number of things. You chickens. I guess we can have like 10 females. Man, itchiness can be so many things. Itchiness can be like a state of mind. It can be something that's causing it. It can be all sorts of stuff. Yeah, there's chickens over there. I'll tell you what, let me get this set up so I can actually have... I stopped having animals in this central area. I pushed them out, but this area is where I want the chickens to be. Chickens and basically any kind of bird. Let's see. I want males and females of ducks, chickens. Can I keep anything other than that? Maybe not. That's fine. They'll do for now. Ducks and chickens. This one's always itchy in my arms and hair. Yeah. Like I said, there's a number of things that could do that. Could be clothes. Could be something that you wash with. Could be something that you come in contact with. Could be something that your clothes come in contact with. There's so many things. And the other thing too is it can, like I said, it can also just be psychological as well. Those are the worst when you have an itch because your brain's like, I feel like it should be itchy. There's the fun times. New recruit, Engage joined. Nice. Well, you'll be hospitalized. Let's see. Let's get to you. So you're going to get moved. Rim, come here. Go rescue. Let's get him out of there. How in the world do you get this many people? Welcome in, Crazy. I fuck up everybody's name. Don't worry about it. Stealing. You steal people. Every time I have to go to a quest or a raid happens, I steal as many people as I can. I think the most prisoners we had at once was, what, 21? 20? Something like that? Somewhere about that. We're up to 199. One guy died last week. So we had 200 last week. It was great. Been following for 18 days, 18 hours. Yeah. Could you have timed that any fucking better? The 18 and 18? Jesus, man. Shit, half a year already. I'm not surprised about that, Shadow. I was actually thinking of that the other day because I think you said that you found me right after I hit affiliate, and that was also right after I had an avatar, and which would be May or June is when you must have found me, I think. Might have been May, actually, give or take. 11 months and 17 days. Did you follow me with Blessed first or Triantha? Because I thought it was Triantha. You've been here pretty much right from the beginning, almost a year now. Yeah. So Triantha and I found each other like right within probably less than a month, obviously, of me starting streaming. So yeah, we just had my stream anniversary last week, and then yeah, he's got what, 17 days? You need what is that? You need like 23 more days or some shit like that. I think 13 more days, I think it is. I think Bless is longer. I feel like Bless might be longer. Alright. Well, fixing up this shithole. And they still have like a fuck ton of rice, which is great because they don't actually have much in the way of growing. They've got this like little patch, and that's been keeping them good most of the year. And it looks like we're in 1st of September. Hold up. 1st of September. Alright. All the grow areas can come up. Let's see. Get all these starting to plant. Like, it's going to take them a bit before they get out here and actually plant everything up. But it can't hurt to just say, yes, come out and plant. That should be everywhere. Okay, so this place should go absolutely fucking props crazy, hopefully, in the next, like, month. Get rid of that. Oh, trader. Nice. Actually, a funny thing is, I'm not actually sure. I should actually take a look at some point who my first follower is. Weeks is having a tantrum. Viper's having a tantrum. This should be over at the other group, right? Yeah. Nice. There's another shadow. Hold up. What's your bio? Creepy breathing, torched artist, and slothful. Yeah, we're not taking that one either. Oh, man. I want a 200th person, but Shadow, you could do better. We could do better than that. Let me have a look. I know that people like subscribe and unsubscribe or follow and unfollow and shit like that over time, but I know that it should roughly tell me who was one of my first people. Give or take. Or whoever is still currently the first person. Because nobody knew, when I started streaming, nobody knew that I was streaming. So whoever I had, it's either the first person that actually followed me or they will have stopped following me by now. And it'll be somebody that I actually maybe know. It's down near there. I actually get to the fucking bottom of the page. I didn't realize it was hard. Maybe it's Nick. Like, it could be Nick now because, like, if the first couple of people that followed me before I actually started, like, letting people know that I was streaming. Yeah, there's Bless. Bless is near the bottom. Hold up. I'm nearly there. I had a Dan and he's gone. And Nick's now the first one to have followed me. I had like 2 Dans. I had somebody else. I had a Dan, then Nick, and then I had a Daniel. I've still got Daniel. And I don't know who Daniel is. Like, that's literally somebody that's found me off the internet. Like, Nick is obviously my partner. And he's followed it. Like, I started streaming before I even mentioned to him. I think he went to work or he was asleep. Bless this longer. I should have actually scrolled up a little bit and seen. Quests. Alright, well, it's into spring, so maybe. Resurrector, Plasteel. I don't want none of that shit. I could do some goodwill. Oh, you want human leather for this? No. I'm sorry, I'm not that interested. Yeah, I've got people. I'm not interested in slaughtering them for it. Let's see. Soap. We have soap. If somebody's on sale. Erica, Buffy, Shadow. Let's see. All right. Well, I've been waiting for you to arrive. And who is my chatter here? I think it's Labia. Yeah. All right. Go, Labia. So she'll go and, like, do a trade. And hopefully we can get something to make my people happy. I think we've got almost everybody out of jail. I've smacked around and thrown in there. A little bit. Close. Oops. I clicked something. Hold up. Before you do that, unclick that. Yeah, I don't know. When I started streaming, I didn't tell anybody I knew. Like, Grim didn't know. Grim didn't know. Nick didn't know. None of my friends knew. Nobody. And so people just started watching me. After about half, like, I got 2 followers, I think, after 2 days, which is fantastic. Like, I had people watching from the get-go, which is brilliant, considering I had shit mic and, like, nothing to look at and shit. It cost us throwing a party. Here? Nice. And then, obviously, like, Nick was the first person to know, so he's, like, first up. Later would have been Grim. I actually think Sammy is before Grim in following. I think I both let them know, but Sammy was, like, quicker in. Or Grim might have been, because Grim unfollows and refollows a lot to try to, like, trip me up later. So he could have actually been, like, one of the ones down the bottom, and he would have moved. Now that I think about it. Jesus, man, you've nearly spent 24 hours watching me. I kind of want to see what Bless watch time is, lol. I guess, like, you should be able to, like, open up Bless one, wouldn't you? I'm just trying to think about that. I'm like, Bless is, like, the mobile one, isn't it? So what are friends? I don't know. What is it? fables and lore speculates that they're people that people confide in and feel comfortable with. Sometimes. So, however, do you know that? Gotta build my PC part by part. So you can do the watch time command followed by the name. Oh, can you? Is it? Yeah, but I don't remember my login for Bless. Well, you might be able to do the watch time one for the other account. Let's see. Well, I've got chickens now. I've got a lot of roosters. I need to cull some of them, but it'll be fine. Oh, yeah.